If you want a Greek god body, sexy to make her freaky, that broad shoulders, the small waist, the big arms. Most guys actually overcomplicate it and they keep on running in circles. They've been on a fitness journey for years. In this video, I'm literally going to be explaining how to build a Greek god body. Simple, no BS guide. So, no time wasted. Let's run it. Let's go. Sub to the channel. Let's keep it 100. Most guys are either too bulky or too skinny. But that Greek god body is right in the middle. Perfectly aesthetic. This Greek god body is also built on strategy. And in this video, I'll be literally explaining 3 exact steps for you to actually get the body. The first point is get lean. You cannot have the visible abs. You cannot have the small waist, the shoulder to waist ratio, if you actually aren't lean enough to actually show it. So this is the first step. And one of the reasons why I also emphasize you getting lean first is because if you go on, for instance, the mindset that, oh, I want to build a Greek god body, you go on a bulk, and let's say currently or typically you're a skinny fat. If you go on a bulk, you would typically see no progress. Now the thing is, it's not that you aren't making any progress, you just aren't seeing any progress. So you probably are building muscle, but it's underneath a lot of fats. You see no progress, it's going to then consolidate the fact that you shouldn't even keep on going, and before you know it, you're going to quit. So the first thing I would say is you need to dial and drop your body fat percentage. Pretty much, you can have muscle, but if there's fat over it, nobody's going to be able to see it. It's not even going to look aesthetics. Get lean, made simple. But first, you already know it. Unfortunately, I feel like you can low-key tap in the comments. Caloric deficit. You need to be creating some form of deficit, either a deficit in your steps, in your movement, or primarily in your diet, because this right here is going to accelerate the whole process. If you're not in a deficit in any form or way, shape, you're going to literally just going to be dancing around in circles. This would be through your diet, say plus steps. Find your maintenance calories. If your maintenance calories is like 2K, take around like 200 to 300 so you're not running mad, because a lot of you guys are on these mad diets that is going to be taking out 800 or 1000 deficit, and you can't. The food noise is killing and frying your mind. So take 200 to 300 deficits, maintenance calories. Type it on Google, fill in the necessary information. Let's say it's 2K. Take 200 to 300 out of that, minus 2 to 300. Now the next point would be eat protein. The reason why I would say eat protein is simply because when you actually eat protein, it takes a lot of energy to actually digest. So eat protein is going to make you full. The next point to building that Greek god physique simply is build the right muscle. Now you have your base solid. You've gotten lean enough. Now we need to build the right muscles. We need to create that V-taper, the aesthetic look. The V-taper look, obviously, where you pretty much will build your shoulders, back, upper chest, and I'll put in legs. If you really want to keep this very, very simple, I'll just pretty much tell you pull-ups, upper chest, incline dumbbells, your arms, I would say dips. For shoulders, I would say any form of pressing movement plus lateral raise. Then for back, I would say pull-ups. Then for your upper chest, incline chest movements. And for legs, I would say squats. And lastly, I could add dips, because we don't want to leave your arms as twigs. If you literally prioritize these movements, you really have to add the last one, because shoulders are then red delts. So you need to blast your shoulders on all 3 sides. You want that dominant look. And that's one thing that shoulder does. You're going to hit your front delts. Front delt is something that's really not emphasized enough. Flog them front delts with some heavy presses, military presses, seated presses. Next up will be your lateral delts to create that width. You want to enter into a building and just know that you're going to fill that frame with that width. And the next thing is you have to target the back, the rear delts. So the shoulders low-key at the back. So that will be done by your rear delts. Your pull-ups, literally the king. Ditch your lat pull-downs. Do your pull-ups. You can put a little bit of rows too. Show me a guy who can do pull-ups. I'll show you a guy who has a good back. Next up will be incline chest. You can never go wrong with these. An incline Smith machine, dumbbells. It's going to get your upper chest right and have your chest having that full sexy look. Now, we will never neglect legs because that's what's going to fill every single thing. So we're going to do our squats, can add in some RDLs, and finally, our arms is going to be dips. Honestly, this is what you just literally need to prioritize. The goal isn't to just look big. The goal is to look aesthetic. Woo! Step 3 would be literally consistency. I know you don't want to hear it. I feel like everybody so fixates on complicating a lot of things that you forget the basic thing. Perfect plan. Nope. You don't need none of that. The moment my physique genuinely changed was when I decided that regardless of the odds, I was just gonna keep on sticking to it. Come uni, come med rotations, come dating life, come life stress, come whatever really, I was just going to stick with it. That was when my physique changed. Stick to the plan. I've already given you the workouts to actually build muscle. If you can just focus primarily on just the compound lifts every single time, your pull-ups, your upper chest, your incline dumbbell, your lateral raises, your red delts, your legs, and your dips. If you can pretty much just focus on those movements every single time, I feel like you should low-key be right. If you also want some middle back, you can sneak in some rows in there. The problem really is just sticking to it, because I feel like every single time, one thing I want you to leave this video with is, rather than starting and stopping, some of you guys have actually dragged out your fitness journey. Something that would have taken you just 1 year, or let me say 1 year, to actually just lock in and just stick with it consistently. It's probably taking you a lifetime. So you guys will start and stop, get results, stop again, get results. You literally keep on dragging out the process. Just stick with it consistently. Now recap. First, get lean. Get that base. Your base is so important. When you build the base by being in a caloric deficit, create some deficit with your diet. Find your maintenance calories. When you find your maintenance calories, try and eat slightly below that. And go for long-term consistency. Can't be eating protein. Hit your protein. 0.7 to 1 grams. The next point I wouldn't tell you is build right muscles. The goal isn't to just look hella big. You miss the point when your goal is to just look hella big. Your goal is to look proportional. That's really the goal. To look aesthetic. Creating that V-taper where your shoulders are bigger. Prioritizing the right muscle groups, your shoulders, your upper chest, your back, your legs, and your arms. Now, the moment you can do that, you're sorted. Last point would then be consistency. Literally, I would tell you, make a decision to commit. Regardless, decide to stick with it. Whether it's easy, tough, hard, whatever life throws at you, you're gonna stick to the plan. And literally, I remember that there will be times in the gym where I would go to the gym for just a 20-minute session. And if you want help actually building a step-by-step process where you literally have your fitness plan tailored to your lifestyle, one of the things I really do with all of my clients is I tailor it specifically to their lifestyle to make consistency a literal no-brainer. I'll tell you, book a call with the link. Personally, I would love to hear from you. And with that said, that's literally the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you stay locked in. I hope you stay blessed.